everyone, it's Miranda and we're the Crafty Gals. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to cover these chipboard things. You can buy them at Hobby Lobby. They're normally $2. This week they're on sale for half off, so they're like $1. It is one of my best friend's birthday. Her birthday's actually already passed, but her birthday party's this weekend, so I'm going to make this for her. This is just a very thoughtful gift. So everything that I bought to make it costed like under $2 together. So this chipboard piece, this pink cardstock, piece of black cardstock, and some music printed vellum. She's very like musically inclined, and I just thought that she would love that, and it goes so well with the pink. Okay, it actually goes well with any color, but I just like pink, so it goes well with the pink. And I'm going to start by tracing the N onto this paper. Now this is, half of it is textured and the other half is smooth. So you're just going to want to make sure you flip it over. Actually, I already did it. I don't know if you can see, but I did it upside down and I realized that was wrong before I cut it, thank goodness. But you need to make sure you do it upside down, because I do want the textured side up. Texture will always add some dimension if you are worried about it being plain. A little bit of texture, you can never go wrong. Okay, so now I'm just going to use a pencil and get right up against the chipboard. Okay, so that is a little tad confusing just because it's got my original. So I'm just going to do that so I know which ones I need to do. Okay. So there it is. And now I'm just going to take my Provo Craft trimmer and cut on those lines. Now just try to be as careful as you can with this. It's basically pretty self-explanatory. At this point, just try to, and when you're cutting something to fit something else, always go a little above those lines and you can trim later. Okay, and now I'm just going to make sure that it fits on there. Yes, fits on there perfect. Okay, and now I'm just going to cut using my scissors these lines. Okay, so I cut that end out and it actually worked out a lot better than I expected. You just have to be very patient and be very slow. You've just got to kind of do your best at this. If I had really thought about it and taken the time, now of course this wouldn't probably have worked very well for me because I have the 6.5 or the 6 by 12 Cricut mat, but you could even make a cut file for it on your Cricut if you've got a bigger Cricut that can handle that. So anyway, so I cut that out, and I also cut out some stuff from the Cricut. I cut out her name, N-I-C-C-I, and then I also cut out these. These are just going to be kind of like a border piece. You'll see in a second. And now I'm just going to grab my mat and stick it under my project. I don't really like doing stuff right onto the table. Okay. I just had, when you're drawing those lines, you need the flattest surface possible, and this mat is a little warped. Just, I think I've like done some heating on it with the heat tool. Okay, so now I have this, and I'm basically going to be, I'm only going to use this for the bottom portion. I think up to there. It's actually more like the, not the very top. And then I'm just going to put this on as a border, and then put her name going down like this. So what I'm going to do is I want it about right there, and so I'm just going to line this up on my mat. Okay. There we go. I'm just going to line that up, and then I'm going to line this N up also. This is where you have to be pretty careful, and so I'm just going to grab my pencil if I can find it. There it is. Okay, so now I'm just going to draw on this vellum. Just be very careful. Okay. And the lines are very, very hard to see, especially on this pattern. So you just want to be, make sure you draw it hard enough the first time. I can definitely see that though. Vellum will work in most paper cutters, just so you know. Now I'm going to be kind of risky here and just use my paper cutter on this part so I can get the straightest line possible. But make sure you don't go all the way. And the same on this one. Okay. And I didn't draw the outside line, but I can get it in a second. And I'm just going to finish cutting this out. Okay, so I finished cutting out that piece, and I feel pretty successful on that one too. Again, you just have to really take your time. That's kind of the key with this. So now I'm just going to adhere this down, and you're going to want to use a pretty permanent adhesive. I am probably just going to go back over this. I'm using a glue stick for now, but I'm probably going to go back over it with a more like permanent adhesive, but just for now, and we'll see how this works because I have a few more days until I'm giving it to her, so if it holds up through the next few days then it should be okay. But okay, and you just want to make sure you line it up. I don't want any of that chipboard showing through. I have a little bit of an overhang, and that's really not going to bother me. I mean, it might bother some people. You can just make sure you trim it. You can use an X-Acto knife. You can just flip it over and use the X-Acto knife, and I actually might do that later. And then this. Just got to line it up okay. Just like that, and I actually need to take a tiny little sliver off this edge. Okay, so just cut a little tiny piece off, and that really made a difference, a really big difference actually. And now I have these, and I think these are very adorable. So I'm just going to line that up so it'll look like that. And if you really want to make sure it's like perfect, you can even go like this and line them up. I meant to actually have it cut in one piece and I just trim it, but it accidentally cut in two. I don't know. I guess two of the circles didn't get welded together or something. Not exactly sure. So, and then I have her name cut out in the same black. And I'm just going to stick it down. I wanted to do it straight across, but I'm not sure if that will work. Let's see. Okay, actually that will work. That one's just going to have to kind of stay there, but I think that that looks very good. So I am actually going to adhere everything down, and I'll come back when I'm done because the adhering is going to take kind of a while. Okay, so I got everything adhered down, and I'm extremely happy with the outcome. I really like it. Now I just need to cut off these little polka dot border things I cut out. I cut it all out with my Cricut. I can probably at the end of this put a screenshot of the way I made these. It's very simple. Just like that, and now I'm just going to do this, and this is going to be kind of awkward. I've got to turn my hand like that. Okay. And that is the finished product. You can also add pictures. I'm not going to add any pictures, but you totally can. I think it'd be really cute, but I've got so much going on with this, but I think that's good enough. And I don't know, some of them stand up. If you buy a second one and glue it, I actually might end up doing that, gluing the second one to the back, and it'll be thicker and it'll be able to stand up. But that is the finished product. I really like it. I've never covered like chipboard, like a shaped chipboard before, so I'm really happy how it came out. So thank you for watching, comment, and subscribe, and go check out my Etsy. The link is in the down bar. Bye!